Hello everyone, I'm Phantom2502 and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory, my progressive build tutorial. In this episode we get Empty Canisters, Smokeless Powder, and Nobelisks automated. So let's get going. As for between episodes, we got really lucky with our SAM and got our 7th and 8th SAM. Also, I ended up extending our hypertube network a little bit. So I guess I'll just take you on a journey now. So extended it to our deuterium and sulfur nodes. With some boosters. Made a little bit more distance between the boosters this time. So, and this one I've had a double booster, so it actually gives us the speed to get up here. But we'd have quick travel now to our extractors if we need to maintain them or add something. Right back to base. Alright. Then we'll go look at the other one. Right, and this one has a little bit of a corner because we will have water extractors up there at some point. So it's more just future proofing for that. Anyway, that's neat. We'll get our boosters. There we go. So those are the extensions I've done between episodes. There's another extension on the oil. I didn't do the oil from here though, the extractors, just the oil extractors from our oil base. Reason being is there'll be more of our base that's like manual automation stuff that I'll put in this section. I kind of want to get the platforms out so that we can move the hypertube through here to get down to there instead of going all the way down and all the way back up. Anyway, so this episode, let's see. I have to unlock Smokeless Powder from the MAM. I think it's under sulfur. Add that to the to list. We need 100 black powder. Okay. We automated that. Was it a couple episodes back now? So it's in here. There we go. No problem. It's nice to have the signs telling us what's in what at this point, instead of having just to remember it all. There we go. Research.
Research completed. Smokeless powder recipe unlocked. New sulfur research available for the development of high-end weaponry and ammunition.
Alright. Again, I put the containers in advance. So we added smokeless powder, empty canisters. This one's optional. I mean, you don't really need to store empty canisters. I don't know. I'm just used to doing it. But if you want to just have them go in the sink, go ahead. And Nobelisks. Added this thing onto this side because I couldn't get this one to work. To get the short one, just put a merger underneath, put the thing and then delete the merger and then put the belt through. Just make sure it goes in the right direction. I gotta set this one because the smokeless powder option isn't there until you unlock it. So there we go. We just did that. Okay, stuff we need for the next build. We're gonna need 2 refineries, a constructor, and an assembler. That should work out fine. Looks like we do have everything. Maybe a little bit more plates would be nice. Before we head out there, what about pipes? Yeah, I could maybe use 1 stack of those. Other belts, maybe cables. That should be fine. Smart splitters, I just got a stack earlier, like 50 some AI limiters. So those are automated now. Yay, we don't have to do anything about those. Those look good. Right, I wanted to do... I don't know if I have enough of level 3s or level 4 belts. Maybe 1 stack of level 4s. Alright. Now there is one thing I want to correct from last episode before we head out. And that is, I've noticed when I rewatched the last episode, and we're upgrading the quick wire belts to level 3 from level 1, that I missed one. So this still has a backup. And because it does 60 minute, and this little part's only 60 minute, the excess is never going to get out of there. I mean, it won't back up any further, but that will now deal the excess. I forgot to upgrade that little part of the belt. Okay. Before we head out, let's check up on our doggos. But yeah, between episode getting this 7th and 8th SAM, I got lucky on the SAM there. We had a bit of a dry spell between SAMs 4 and 5. Like, I don't know, was it like, felt like 10 hours between those two. Alright, some plastic. Solid biofuel. Cable. Come on, more SAM. Only 2 more. Okay, well, no luck right now. Let's see. Don't need that. I guess everything else is pretty good. Guess I'm gonna put this in here. Alright. Why not? Let's go. Gotta go to our oil extractors first. Let's call the elevator. And go to our bottom floor. There we go. And the oil extractors are up here. Somewhere. We need one of these though. mostly because we need to add a power shard to our extractor up here. Alright, let's take out the craft bench. Power shard. Put that in there. Put it up to 120. Alright, oh, and you can see you got fast transit. This one I didn't put boosters because we do have the hill from this side, so gravity assist boost, I guess. No, I went off. Yeah, I rearranged this boost so that it could be used from either direction, that one or that one. I decided to put more distance between the boosts and the curves so that we have time to actually change directions. As for the two, my main intersection area and the coal intersection area, I think I'm going to redo those off screen at some point. Maybe not now, but later on. Alright. We're going to add another plastic. And we need oil for that. Oh, kept those even. You know what? Just to match them, might as well. Some of them I do downward angles, some of them I do even angles. It does influence priorities of splitting. Even will split evenly while downward will prioritize it before heading further. Liquids are weird though, so it's not perfect science. Alright, so this needs to be 20 from here. Alright, so here we're going to have to do another refinery. This will be smokeless powder. That's going to take 10 heavy oil residue, which is awesome because this has 10 oil residue coming out. So that's going to be perfect basically. Right. Is that too close? That might be too close. Right, because we're going to have a merger up there. Although I guess I really didn't need to do this because I'll show you in a minute. Technically I don't have to put the plastic on this line. But whatever, it'll help for later. What do I do, level 2s in these areas? Yeah, okay. It'll help for later anyways, do that. Okay, so you are going to come here, and we want you to go over here. It might be too much of an angle. Okay, because this is going to need black powder to come in from our coal area. So we're going to need another belt line. do that. For that, maybe we can. Can that go work? There we go, that works. It clears enough space for us to walk through. Doesn't clip anything. I'm happy with that. 10 comes out of there, goes into here. Okay, it's 20 black powder, which we made 30 automatics, so there'll be a little bit extra. And then, what we want is a constructor.
Hard work pays off.
And empty canisters, which take 30 plastic for 60 empty canisters. Let's use all 20 plastic here. Alright, so 20 will yield 40. And that's why, for now, this little extension was pointless. Because all we can need to do is this. Although, maybe not actually clipping that thing all the way through. There we go. Alright, that's going to yield some empty canisters. Alright, then these ones are going to have to merge on our line and go back to the tractor to get out of here. Alright. And from here. Now, future-proof this for later. We could use a splitter here. And we'll go level 2 coming out. That way when we maximize it, any excess gets out. It clips a little bit on this side, but overall not too shabby. Mostly because we're going to have pipes coming in. We're going to have a fuel packager right in front of here later. Right, fuel packager, I forgot about that. It's going to be a fuel line first. And then it's going to be that. That's going to be there. Alright, that seems to work. Now, for now, this is 40. This is 20 for 60. You know, I've got more level 3 belts, so why don't we just improve this level 3. 80 there. $80 plus 60 is 140, which means we definitely need a level 3 belt here. Alright, now we are going to have inputs. Why not? We have more level 3 belts, are easier to make, and we're making more Yeah, level 2 belts are just expensive. Like, we're not making that many per... Hold on. We want out belts, not in belts. Just easier to make. There we go. Alright, that's going to go there. So we'll hold compacted coal and black powder. Even though we only need black powder right now to come on our trek, might as well get both of them coming. You will need compacted coal later for turbo fuel anyways, so might as well just get things working now. Smart splitter up here. Keep it level 3 because it's coming in on a tractor and we want it to all be level 3 so that it fills in when it gets it and doesn't go into overflow prematurely. Tip when dealing with tractors. Splitter. At level 3, no. Alright, so that will get, well, not quite a black powder. One thing left. A mini lift. And then just setting this. To the right will be black powder, and straight will be overflow. So black powder backs up, or compacted coal comes through. It takes this lift, goes straight downstairs, and right back to where things come from. Let's see, we have 140 coming out of here, 150 with the extra black powder, probably around 175-ish going back to base, maybe a little higher, 175, 180. That's still good on the level 3 belt, so that's not a problem. I think we're all good for stuff here. That's there. That's getting rid of everything. That's all working. Okay. Let's go back to where our black powder is, and before we power all this up, let's get... Okay, that's not the way I want to do that. Oh, crap. Alright, that way. Kind of did that the long way. We should have went left first, and then went right for the booster, but whatever. So we're going to go back to our coal area and make sure our black powder and compacted coal are now coming on the tractor to our oil outpost. And then we'll come back over and power our buildings. The factory's getting quite big now. That's why I think one of the most important things off the bat is room to expand easily. More than your nodes or anything, because it helps to have a lot of space to expand. Alright, we're out. Okay. Definitely have enough black powder, which is good. We just have to go over here and delete you and you and create you. This is load, right? Yeah. I'll put some compacted coal back. Oh, whoops, that's not where I wanted it. My bad. Double clicking will put it into fuel first. And why not? We'll add that back in. Don't really need it on us. Alright. So now, instead of going up here, which, oh yeah, we can delete this merger. Instead of going up there, now, things are going to go there, go all the way to oil base, and do what it needs there, then come back onto this tractor, and come back through here. Alright, so now let's go power our stuff in our oil section, now that it will get black powder. I'm mostly doing it this, I didn't want to run the other ones because of backup. Remember, if one side of an item of a refinery isn't being used, it will back up. So I just didn't want that to happen. So we'll go back, and we already expanded our oil to 120, so we'll be getting enough oil in. Alright, power. Power line in here somewhere, right? Yeah. There we go. Only 3 items anyways. Everything should be working well as soon as black powder gets in anyways. How are we doing for max power right now? Not bad. 1900s, 2250 max, or, well, production max. Alright. Let's go back to base checking our doggos. Oh, whoops. My bad. Even though there is extra space, it's not much time. Okay, left. That tractor should have some black powder, and things will get started. I guess we should go back to base, check up on our doggos, and then we'll do the Nobelisks. I guess I could have took the boost. Oh, whoops, not the right way. Alright, doggos. Do we have our 9th SAM? Plastic, aluminum casing. Electrical power charge, heavy modular frames, and more nuts. Alright, put that one in there. Put these ones in here. I think that's pretty much it though. Alright, Nobelisks, the only thing left. And by the way, we're not going to be doing that many Nobelisks. Mostly because we have a huge constraint on steel pipe. There's quite a few things that need automated that need it, and we don't have much excess of it, so... Alright, let's put it out here a little bit. Say it like that. Nobelisk. So it needs black powder and steel pipe. Alright, well, black powder is pretty easy. It's going to be on that top belt. Guess we could use the other side of that later for something. Alright, let's give ourselves some room here. Splitter. Now, I'm assuming there's no way, right? Yeah. Thought so. That's going to be too tight too, is it? Oh no. Perfect. Not perfect, but good enough. Alright, that's going to get our black powder in. Oh. Wow, I'll get black powder as soon as I do this. Right. So we're only going to do 2% of this, which is going to give us 0.2 Nobelisk per minute, or 1 Nobelisk every 5 minutes, or 12 an hour. Whoop-de-doo. 0.4 black powder, 0.4 steel pipe. Alright, steel pipe. It's going to be on our main belt over here. Maybe if we did a few restrictions on this, have it go up. Will that work out? Okay, that does. Alright, that seems to be okay. Right. Gonna need a merger in here. Because I kind of do walk through here. Although we don't really walk through here too much anymore. I guess we'll walk sideways like this. Okay. I'd like to at least have some running path. You are going there. Alright. Okay. Smart splitter. Really doesn't like that, does it? Is that like the only position on here that's possible? Not quite, but then there's no way to improve the belts. Well, that sucks. I don't really feel like having it all the way over here. Well, for now, why not? Again, I have 2 crossing belts. You can do what you want with it, but I don't mind things crossing. If you're worried about aesthetic, figure something out. Alright, that will work. That's just the power. Alright, that should work long term. Nothing coming to it right now. Wonder if there's steel pipes even allowed to come. I think we had pipes. Was it here? Oh yeah, I guess it does overflow at some point. Obviously black powder will have to back up in our refinery that we just made. Anyway, not too worried about it. Alright, let's do one more doggo. And then unlock petroleum power. Hold on, doggo's not top floor. Second floor, second top floor. Alright. Please give me what I want. Need 2 more SAM. Please get me halfway there. No. Alright. Now, stuff to unlock petroleum power. Let's see. We need 200 of these. 200 of these. $100 here. And motors. Not quite at 100 of those. But maybe we do with what we had on us. We do.
Milestone reached. It is my honor and privilege to inform you that the fuel-powered generator, as well as the industrial fluid buffer, are now available. Due to a lack of gold in your sector, Caterium will serve as a suitable replacement to construct the fuel-powered generator. Your research into this element was valuable. In fact, you in particular are my most valuable pioneer, but don't tell the others I said that, it would be bad for morale.
Alright, so we're done all Tier 5. Tier 6. We'll do the monorail train next. Although trains are going to be outside of the scope of this tutorial. One thing I do want to construct is the blueprint designer. We do have everything for it.
Once you have built a satisfactory blueprint, interact with the Blueprint Designer terminal to save it. It will then be available in the Blueprints tab of your build menu. Blueprints can always be edited to correct mistakes or optimize. If you find yourself struggling to work within the set size restrictions, remember that this is a you problem, and efficiency can always be improved.
Alright, so this is a Blueprint Designer. It will be outside of the scope of this tutorial, but basically later on, once you start needing to build way more factories, way more of the same buildings, you can make a blueprint first with everything in it, and then start making blueprints. Also, starting 1.1, the belt will connect between blueprints. So that's new to 1.1. But just build this where I usually put my designer anyways. I haven't really needed the blueprint so far because a lot of the buildings we put are like ad hoc, one here, one there. But coming up, we'll be building like when you start expanding, try to get these things running at 100%. You'll be building like a dozen refineries, or that are all iron ingot, or pure iron ingot, or like 24 iron wire or something. Also means getting alternate recipes. One more check on the doggos. Don't expect anything here. Oh. Well, we have a little bit, I guess. Quite a bit, actually. No Sam, though. But we have 8 Sam. Hopefully we can get to 10 pretty soon. So I would like to unlock that alien technology scanner. But anyway, that'll be the end of this episode. Join me next time as we automate packaged fuel and do our first fuel generator. I'm Phantom 2502, and see you next time.